Hey, what's up everybody? Back with an update on the Keyhole Cichlid tank. Little bit of changes, we added in more plants and stuff, but about to do a water change on them since we got them. Well, since the rescape, gonna do a nice size water change on it. They haven't spawned yet, but they're still making breeding pits and areas to spawn. So maybe this water change will do it, but come along as I do a water change on this tank. So real quick, these are the products we'll be using. I know before I said I use a different fertilizer, but I got a great deal on the API leaf zone, so I stocked up on that for now. Stability and prime always with every water change. And recently got in some small bottles of Vitachem. We're gonna try that. And obviously API Safe Easy Spray to clean off the glass. Not gonna show you the tank quite yet because I want you to be surprised. All right, so of course we got the baby plecos right here. So the first thing I do is I unplug the canister filter to the tank. And then, I come in here. Look at all those plants. Show you a full view pretty soon in tank breakdown. So all I'm gonna do is just wipe off the front of the tank. I'll explain this later in the video. So let me wipe down the front of this tank with this real quick and be right back. So as some of y'all might have seen in previous videos, when I do a water change of all my tanks, I drain everything down into the trash can, and then we have another trash can for the refill. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out, showing you how I do my water changes. But anyhow, I don't want to show you too much of the tank just yet until we do a water change and it's good to go. But anyhow, draining this down and gonna fill it back up. So even though I pre-treat my water by soaking it for 12 to 24 hours, sometimes even 48 hours before I do water change, I still add a dose of prime just to be on the safe side. So before I start filling it up, add some prime, come back around here and turn this switch just a little bit. Come on, baby. We don't want it to come out too fast. There it goes. Tank's starting to refill, and once it's refilled, I will be back. All right, we're all filled up, and what I did was I plugged the canister filter in. Now it's running, so we're gonna go ahead add our stability, and then we add our API leaf zone, and then we add our Vitachem, and then last but not least, we spray our API Safe and Easy. I thought you were gonna see the tank. Not quite yet. Let me spray down this tank real quick, wipe it down, and then I'll show you in the next clip. All right, the moment y'all been waiting for. But first, check her out. Look how gorgeous she is. She is so beautiful. Look at him, so handsome. But anyhow, here is the update on the Keyhole Cichlid breeder tank. Oh man, as you can tell, we added in more rock, more plants, and so far they've been loving it. And what I mean by that is they made a pit there. They've made multiple pits for spawning areas. They made one there, back right here, back over there, over here behind these plants was the original spot, but they got multiple areas that they're claiming. But what I might have to do is they're so focused on the pleco babies, I might have to put something there to block them so they can focus on each other. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. And sorry about these little particles in the water. It's actually from the Vitachem. But yeah, we added in more valve plants. I forget this kind of plant here, but that one right there in the middle, right above my finger, that is a valve. I believe it's coming off of that plant right there. That's growing in nicely. I don't remember if that one was there, if I planted that one, but we got more plants right there. Definitely added more valve. I know there's one growing back there. You can see it right there. And if you're wondering about the algae, I do not want to take none of the algae away, because if they do spawn and we do get babies in this tank, I want them to be able to eat all the microorganisms and stuff like that, microbugs, I don't know what you want to call it, that actually are in the algae or the algae itself. But that way they have something to feast on once they become free swimming. And who knows, if these two do not end up breeding for me soon, who knows, maybe we'll turn this into a shrimp tank. I think they're called, I had them before, I think they're called neocardinas, and some Amano shrimp. I have some Amano shrimp. Might put them in here to help clean up the algae and stuff. But as you can tell, they're looking beautiful. One thing I did, obviously we added the Vitachem, right? And one thing is, I did a cooler water change, which is off by 2 degrees, but I bumped the temperature up to 82. So maybe that little bit of a water change and then the temperature going up to warmer water, maybe that'll make them want to spawn. But she is a little bit chunkier than normal, so maybe she does have eggs in her and they're just taking their time. Who knows? Oh yeah, and I did add in this rock, we added in these 2 rocks here. I really love how that algae, I don't know if that's black hair algae, I don't know what it is growing on there, but I like it. It's not affecting the tank in any way possible, negatively I should say. But added in some more rocks and stuff, make them feel more at home and everything. But anyhow, just a nice little quick update on everything. Nothing's really changed. I still have not put the CO2 tank on here yet. I kind of don't want to, just because of all the algae growth already. I don't want to boost any more algae. But anyhow, I'll keep y'all updated. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Cichlid Guru as well. I do post up reels on this tank and everything else, so you might see an update of them on there first before you see it on YouTube. But definitely, once they spawn, I'll definitely post up across all my social media platforms. But yeah, stay tuned for more updates on this pair, if there is going to be any more updates, because I'm going to give them till about this time next month to make babies. If they not, unfortunately, I'm going to have to get rid of them, just because I don't want to waste too much time on them. As much as I want to keep them long term, there's changes coming to the fish room that got to be made, and if they're not going to produce, they got to go, unfortunately. But stay tuned for that update, because you're definitely not going to want to miss that. I'll give you a hint though. Bye-bye to the island tank. What could that mean and be? But anyhow, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all like the update. Give y'all more of a close-up one more time. Oh boy. All right. Thank y'all for tuning in. Have a good one.